Hello, my friends. How are we doing today? Wait, Unicorn live in Banff? What's happening? Hi, Cookie. I'm catching up. I am very hot. It is roasty toasty here for the rest of the week. I literally just showered. Look at the dew on my face. The forever moist in the summer. Alti, good to see you. Mary, welcome in. Samo's here with us. He's just on the phone right now with the car company or insurance, I think. Lady Virgo, good to see you. She's doing a lurk. Kit'll let you stream today? What do you stream? What? I didn't know this. Have a good nappy. That sounds so nice. And I'll catch up with what you say, Alti. Take my bits. Let's enjoy the stream and Lego. I'm so excited for this today. Doot. There it is. So pumped. Finally getting quotes today, Cookie, and tomorrow for AC units. Oh yeah, it's hot there too. I'm sure it's worse than where we are at actually. Google Unicorn live in Banff. Okay. Just so I can look it up later. Oh, just a moose. Classic. Ah, that's good. Alti made it back to their home safe and sound. He's asking about the truck. We didn't make it out there because we were just not going to pay for gas to go out and see the truck. We get the car back today. I'm so pumped. So pumped. What? Scarlett, how have you been? I feel like you have been not with us for a while. Thank you so much for the 16 month in a row Prime Gaming sub. Like, ugh. All stream, just wiping the dew off my face. Hey, Joes. And Cookie, thank you for the 1400 biddies. Blood Oak, weather in the Netherlands is getting back to being crud. Oh, shoot. I have a shint top lip. Oh my gosh. We gotta change the goal. Oh, to the TwitchCon, we do. Oh. I think I'm just gonna change it to maybe some foods. Going out to eat in San Diego or something like that. Put a little food fund up to go stream at maybe some restaurants. In and out randomly, Scar, but always ensure to renew the sub. I appreciate that so much. Just hope you've been good. We're always happy when you guys pop by. Paloozer, let's go Lego. Hi, Dusty. How are you? Okay. So yeah, we didn't make it to the truck. We got the car back today. We're super pumped about that. What else? We've been having a good week. We went for a couple bike rides, taking care of our health. Samo applied for, I'm pretty sure, like 80 jobs. I'm not even joking. Like, probably at least 30 to 40 per day. So he's been like having a couple interviews with spots, and so far so good, I think. There's definitely some exciting jobs that he applied for, like Costco, like deli section. Putting all the salads and stuff together, that'd be a money job. Going to buy the Lego Boba Fett helmet tomorrow, Oak, sweet. And yeah, Dusty, I wore my Skullflower shirt because I just felt like today was the day for it. Yeah, food jobs, exactly, but not like restaurant. He also applied for like camp jobs up north, Fort Mac, so we'll see what happens there. And yeah, other than that on the truck, we did, while we had a little bit of time yesterday, we went into the hardware store and we're looking at some of the building materials that we're going to need, like the insulation, the steel studs, because that's kind of our next steps here. And yeah, I think we're just gonna wait a little bit longer. My bro's almost finished rebuilding his truck in the shop, and then we'll kind of do a switcheroo. We'll bring the truck home here, and then he'll start to help us build it out, because he has to help us patch up some of the holes in the box from the previous company that owned the truck. He is a aircraft sheet metal structural repair technician by trade, so he's gonna like rivet it all up really nice so we'll never have a leak. Just he can't do that out where it's stored. Sup, Weasel. Sup, nerds. Yeah, say that 10 times fast. Aircraft structural, I can't even say it. Aircraft sheet metal structural repair technician. Yeah, it'll be airworthy, exactly. Just a matter of time before there's wings on it. Oh my gosh. It is a tongue twister, right? But yeah, very excited for that. So that's kind of the next step. We actually are thinking about not doing the spray foam insulation. It costs more, and the R rating for like insulation is less than like a 1.5 inch sheet of just like a foam panel. So yeah, we are looking at that instead. So that could be way easier and quicker for us to do. Yeah, Flying Kate's fabulous foodstuffs. Yeah, long job title. Well, not really like melting. Oh, I guess doing the rivets and stuff. He has crazy stories though, guys. Like going face first into an airplane wing, and then when you're done working on it, you have to yell at someone to pull you back out by your feet. I was like, I don't know if I could do that.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. I'm just gonna set up the other camera just for my face, but I think we'll just do the top-down cutting board view while we build. This is a subathon incentive that we completed with our sub-point goals. So thank you everyone that contributed to the last subathon, because now we get to play Legos. Yeah, no melting. He just connects them together. Exactly. And yeah, he got a brand new like welder and stuff like that. So all good things happening. Okay, let me just set up this other cam and then we'll be good to go. And thanks for the hype train, guys. It's only Thursday. Level 1 emotes, I got them all. And we completed it too. 1 subby and 1,500 biddies. Love it. Great start to the day and week. One more part complete for your job.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So Samo's working on right now. He had an interview this morning for, do you guys know True Green, the business where you see like the little trucks with the bubble, right?
Yeah.
And you like go and spray the lawns and like put grass seed and stuff. So he applied for that. Why the heck not? You get to work outside, pretty chill. So he's been working on like getting his driver's abstracts and stuff because they give you a company vehicle. And then you're off in October because winter time, and then they hire you back in, what did you say, March?
Yep.
Sweet. Yeah, I feel like you heard of it, right? The little Ford Rangers that drive around with the green bubble. Mary, you're back. Welcome back.
So depending on the circumstances, you might be going TwitchCon alone.
I know, I was gonna say, how is that gonna work? Or you can ask very nicely if you can finish the season early. No. Okay, so who's coming to TwitchCon with me then? I need a recruit. Cookie, they accidentally came to your house and aerated the lawn for free last year. Bonus! Yeah. Yeah, for the job. I have a vacation that I need now.
Take one in November when I'm off.
Okay. Let's go camera. What's everyone else been up to this week? We just been like taking care of ourselves, waiting for the car to be done, doing our skip the dishes. What? We had a really, really generous delivery last night.
That was insane last night.
That was insane last night, guys. This is the first time this ever happened. Ito was the food that we picked up. So like nothing too expensive. It wasn't like a big pack of food, just 2 little portions of like rice or noodles and stuff.
So the bare minimum, just before we start, the bare minimum delivery on Skip the Dishes is $6. So transit pay and whatever else they tip, but as long we always make $6.
Yeah.
So now you can continue on.
Okay, so they paid $6 for the food to get delivered, and obviously we get there nice and quick. And the guy like takes the food. He's like, I don't know how the tips work, so here you go. And he hands me a $20 bill. That's like how much we make in like an hour doing it. I was like, what? He's like, yeah.
Crazy.
I was like, wow, like, thank you so much. That is the most generous I have ever got from someone.
I'm not saying this, but like, it's not a well-off family household.
No, yeah, I did not expect that from that human. I was like, whoa, like, are you sure I can give you change? But yeah, that was really enjoyable.
You had walk box at
And
the airport?
what, other than that, Chad, I don't know if anyone's like up and up on religious things, but the Pope has been here and it's been kind of crazy everywhere. Yeah, the Pope's chilling in Edmonton right now, if anyone knows.
That's not generosity. That's very ignorant.
Yeah, it's true, Paloozer. He's probably like, what? I want it back. Nice, Dust. Filling out forms for the new job, but wait, you have to get a drug screening? Interesting. Oh, I guess, right? Some places will do that. QE2 was out and Highway 21 was closing. Yeah, it was wild when you're making your way back to the airport. So yeah, that's been happening here as well. And yeah, other than that, you guys saw the menu that or schedule that we posted coming up. I'm very excited for our Monday stream, our IRL Heritage Fest. I have not been there in like 10 years. So pumped to take Samo because he's never been.
I've never been.
Why is it saying the USB connection's not working? Uh-oh. Monday, what time? Kind of like usual time, Weasel. It's from 10 to 8, I think.
Yeah, so oh.
On Monday? Do you have a thing?
No.
Oh.
Tuesday. I start.
Tuesday you start work? Whatever. It's only going out to eat.
No. I'm trying to think of best time to not have as much people there.
Oh, probably earlier is better.
I think we should
yeah,
be there.
I would say earlier is better. Just because it is also a long weekend here. Does the title say Lego and Chill or Lego and Chili? Scaramouche is like, let's clear this up. Sam, you're making chili?
What?
Nice. He's taking care of lunch, I guess.
Some cans real quick.
Carsis says, fun fact, last time I had to do a drug test for employment, I had it done in Edmonton. I love it. Hello, Chris Aquarius, and thank you for that. That's always been a wonder on my mind. Is like, am I that a streamer with the annoying voice?
You put me to sleep. Yeah,
is that worse though? Because then you just lose viewers when people fall asleep.
No, you keep them as
sneaky lurks. Okay, Wi-Fi on the first try for the camera. Let's do this. I think I've also done a drug test only one time in my life as well for a job. But like, it was a construction job. That was pretty dangerous, so that's fair. Okay, checking. Unplugging. Oh my gosh. I manifested the camera. There you have it. I guess it's gonna be a great day. That just goes to show, chat. Always believe. Boop. I'll grab my chair. And then we'll be good. I don't really know the best angle of this currently. Doot? Okay, so that's my little building spot. That will get dialed in. Maybe we'll zoom in one. We're setting it up, Samuel. ×3. That's a little bit too zoomed in, I would say. Hey, you never know if you don't try. We're just getting started. Boss man's like, I know I'm late, Kate. But you know what, boss man? We're actually just starting, so lucky ducky. Not even. I'm proud of you. It's only a Thursday even. We don't usually stream on this day, or it's usually like a bonus. A bonus day. The only thing I'm missing is a water. One moment. That's important today. Thank you. Samo donated his bottle. Okay, so who in chat has played Legos before? Whether it is being an adult or as a kid. Should we put it closer? I'll put it like way closer even. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Take the U-Haul box out of the view. Do do do.
Those are memories.
Memories. Never forgotten. Get too hungry, Scaramouche, to fall asleep? Man, that's rough. Loser, yeah, that's the benefit of being the boss man. You can be late. Okay, so what are the details here? 18 plus, phew.
Oh man, I don't
Phew, I made it. The set number 10309, and then 771 pieces from the Botanical Collection. So all of these succulents are actually like separate. But you can, I think, click them together if you want it like that. But you can like take all the little plant pots, put them around your house in different places, or if you have like a bookshelf or something. So cool. So they started building adult sets, I think around like pandemic, Samo, or before?
No, before, but they've started to do more.
Yeah, they're like catering more to adults as well as kids now, which is freaking sweet. So one thing that Sam is committing to for me, because I love flowers, don't always get access to grow them and garden and stuff like that. He says, I'll get you these so you can have the flowers forever. They're not gonna die or wilt. We can take them everywhere, and you can also break them back down if you're sick of them hanging around. And yeah, maybe something to do with the difficulty, but I think actually that's what Paloozer said is the pieces are really small as well, so that's why it is also 18 plus, because the choking hazards on these are big time. Yeah, the architecture series, right, Crux? It's like, hey, if you are a big traveler and want to go see those spots, it's like buy the sets that you've been to the places.
Sizes and intricate.
So yeah, look at it on the back there.
Pieces.
Yeah, right. So yeah, that's how they can be all separated there. I don't know if that's actually the top down of it or just what they use for inspiration, I think, like actual succulents. So cool though. So yeah, let's get into it. There's a little pull tab right here. When we were at Business Costco yesterday, we saw that for our lamb shanks this weekend, they're on sale. $3 off a pack. So we're gonna go pick those up later. Boom. Yeah, I only broke the like, 2 things. I am not a savage opener. So you have all the separate bags numbered to go with the instructions. According to Lego for Adults head of product Jen Cruz, however, the label is only intended to signify that a set has been designed first and foremost with adults in mind, but is no indicator of difficulty. Instead, the Lego group is leaving it up to the builder to figure out how complex a particular product may be. Like, I love how vibrant the little green pieces are in this. Cool. My mom had a lot of succulents when we were on the island. I don't know if you guys remember ever seeing the planters out back. And then we got the instruction book. So we'll put this down here. I kind of like to put all the plastic from the bags just back in the box. Recycle it. Oh yeah, some sets, like what? The Millennium Falcon, the Star Wars one, Crux, is like, probably goes for $1,500 now. They easily, or they quickly, rather, become collectibles. And people will pay that. Like, some people that have the money to spend, oh yeah. And it is, like, quite addicting playing these. Like, this started as something that we would do after we moved to Vancouver. We weren't really used to, like, the rainy weather. So we would always just have, like, a Lego set on the side for a day that it would maybe rain, and we'd be stuck inside on a day off. How's the audio, by the way, friends? I'm guessing it's good. No one said nothing to me. I really like how they put, like, the font on the books and stuff. That's fancy. It's like book 1. And then it shows, I guess, what we're building out of the set. So then on the book 2, it's those ones, or it shows on the back side, the separate. Yeah. So there's 3 books in total. Put those other ones to the side. Yeah, all of Samo's supercars are safe on the island. Maybe I'm gonna put the camera up here, actually. So it's just like closer to where I'm looking at the chat. Meat slicer. Hello. Yeah, that's better. Lego Excite. That. Okay. So sorry if it's a bit upside down. The Lego Succulents. Some are prickly and still somehow adorable. Others are plump and still look so chic. Home design gurus say they can easily perk up any corner of your room. And they are the perfect houseplants that make even a newbie plant parent look like a pro. It's true, right? Meet the Lego Succulents. Succulents make fabulous table centerpieces, can dress up windowsills, and make any space instantly Insta-worthy. Ooh. Any Instagram folk here? They say having succulents in a room helps you focus, and building this set is likely to give you the same feeling. On the plus side, you don't have to water them. So cute. Like, look at that. They really went all out on this instruction book. And yeah, having a planter like that, oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Oh, also, if anyone wants to check out this set, !Lego in chat. I linked it through my Amazon. You're welcome. Yeah, the engineering, like, I always thought this would be a fun job, Scarlett. Coming up with Lego sets, like, come on. It's like just being a kid forever. Don't know if I can back that up anymore. I think that's it. So they say there's a succulent for everyone. Unlike other plants in the Lego Botanical series, each Lego succulent can be built in its own individual little pot, which can be either connected to make a beautiful group of succulents or showcased separately. Oh, cool. So they said instructions to build also come in separate booklets so that family and friends can all enjoy the Lego building experience together. Yeah, imagine getting this set for, like, if you have, like, Mother's Day and, like, the daughters and stuff like that. Just get a set for, like, a couple families to build together, and then each person, like, takes a succulent away. Cute. From the design team, meet Andy. Andy.
Oh.
This is Andy from California, chat. Say hi, Andy. Sorry, Southern California. Maybe he knows bonk. Andy comes from Southern California, where succulent gardens thrive and are known for their beauty. My friends are all expert keepers of these desert jewels, while I, on the other hand, never had such luck. Oh, Andy. So, being able to pay tribute to my home with this Lego set was indeed a dream project. No succulent was harmed in the making of this set, said Andy, which was a happy first for him. Oh my gosh. Probably my favorite instruction book yet. Yeah, like they probably, 3D print the pieces first to test them and then go full scale. So they show us there's always a brick separator that comes in the box, and then we start with bag number 1. Away we go. So I'll leave the instructions down here. Maybe come a bit closer. Can I do that? I think so. My hair is drying into a very curly mess. Some of you might relate. That's number 2, 3, and 3, and 1. So yeah, the first thing we're building, it shows like very small, is that. Samo selling the supercars? I don't even know if Paul would let you do that. Paul keeps them hostage from Sam. He's like, you cannot. Do we... Well, I guess we should have started the timer a bit ago, right? If I was gonna say, do we want to time building the set? And then, okay, I might turn on this light over there. Yeah, that's better. Light it up. Look at this little space we created. I'm pumped. Okay, so some people, when they build Legos, they like separate it all, organize it, so it just goes really nice and quick. I don't do that. We just build as we go, sift through the pieces. Take your time. Gotta make that money last. These sets aren't cheap. This goes second in and up. We'll come a bit closer. There. If you need to see any of the pieces as we're building, just let me know and I'll hold it up closer to either camera. Okay, so you need these. And so these go facing inwards. We're building up the little planter. Oh, I also had a really cute house that we delivered to yesterday. They had 3 kitties. Or was it 4? 4 kitties. I got so excited. And so, like, when we pulled up, the cats were, like, kind of scattered all around the yard and stuff. And then as I'm leaving, they all just, like, started congregating to me. But they were too shy for them to let me pet them. So I said good day. Really cute, like, little black cat just peeking out of the bushes. He was shy. Okay, so that goes in there. Somehow. You gotta twist it until it gets pressed in. Okay, so it's all linked up there. Cool. Next. Okay, we're building the exterior. So 4 single black on the corners. And then we fill it in. Bam. And then each of those little pieces had like a little cross on it. So maybe we'll be putting something into there. Okay, we're stacking up some stuff now. Very nice. Is this better than jigsaws, Josie asks? I mean, it depends how much you love jigsaws, I guess. It is very similar to, like, puzzle building, although in puzzle building you don't have instructions. You're kind of on your own, right? So it's like same, but different. This is fun, because, like, usually you just take apart a puzzle after, right? Whereas the Legos, you can at least display it if you want. Do you ever dismantle a set after making it? Not, like, too often, Scarlett. Probably will have to dismantle, like, maybe some of my flowers when we move into the truck full time. But you never know. I might be able to, like, find little places to stick them. But yeah, normally when we only sell them or we're transporting them. Not that they could, like, break the pieces in transport, but, like, if it moves, some of the pieces will pop up and then it's really hard to put them back in if they get moved too far. Okay, we're, like, building little palm leaves or something in the corners here as well. But yeah, like every Lego set I would say is meant to be displayed. You don't have to though. Because then you also have the upkeep of making sure it's not just like a dust collector. So each of these little leaves. So this is now a really nice complete little square. We're going to do this. The Legos look cute though, right? Ever freestyle build? I used to, like when I was young, that's all I would do. My bro was 5 years older than me, so lucky enough, I got to use like all of his hand-me-down pieces, right? So I built like so many huge like houses and stuff like that when I was little. Yeah, freestyle build like all the time back then. Now though, not too often because we just buy the sets that have the specific pieces. But you can just go into Lego and like take handfuls out of their bins and then go home and make something. I also still want to go on a stream and build a minifigure together one day. So that's what we just put in. Yeah, right? Oh, they still do. Yeah, original Lego had windows and doors. I even had like a Lego set. I don't know if it was Lego brand, but it was like a full dollhouse set. Really cool. I think it even had like a powered elevator or just like an elevator that you can move up and down. Wild. My aunt got me that. Oh yeah, and then a good one, Samo. So when the sets get discontinued, they like rocket up in price. So you just put those two pieces in. Let's see what happens here. This orange bit goes there. Oh, dang, you got so far and then you realize you missed several key parts for a later part. No, that's always so sad. Yeah, it's really discouraging, right? And you're like, I don't want to build it anymore. But yeah, that's really nice too about the sets is like if you're building and then you end up missing a piece, it didn't come with it, you can just email Lego the piece number and they'll send it to you for free. Okay. We are almost like done this one. This little white piece. This little yellow bit. And these little pieces. I think we're gonna come closer even. There. Keep just adjusting, I think, as we go. Yeah, I'm right here. Your own lack of understanding the instructions. Yeah, I've learned to just not rush. Yeah, all of it was there, just rubbing it in. Well, especially if you like accidentally flip past a page, like imagine. R.I.P. Look at that little thing we just built. Doot. Clam? What? What? I wish I had a VIP, Clam. I have been having a great day. How about you? 1 year with Clemmy, our favorite surgeon? What? I still remember coming in here with a Josh Elkin raid. She loves this community. Chat, let's get some hypes. That's unreal, Clem. How is it 1 year though, right? Like, I'm telling you, it goes by so fast. Thank you for popping by today though. Clem, do you like Legos? Okay, that goes on there. It's like a little pedestal. It's like a little stem. We built it. Thanks, Dusty, for the hype. Okay, now we're building a couple little petals and like we're almost done. Cool. Okay, this, and then this, just like that. And then we gotta do that 4 times. And that goes there. No, I did that wrong. That goes there. We're gonna do that 4 times. And then this goes into like what I call like a ship wheel, basically. Just like that. Just pop that on there. Pop lock it. Bam. Let's make all those little petals. Time flies, and you do like Legos, just hate when you accidentally step on them. Yeah, let's not drop any pieces. Yeah, we are alive. This is not a simulation. We do have feelings. Ouch. Always. Poor parents. Imagine like building all of these little succulents from the Lego, and then they tell you the genus and stuff, the name of the plant. So then you go out and like buy the actual plant and like put it beside. What? I'm just being inspiration for you, chat. Uh-oh. I think I did it wrong. It like went really far down. There we go. Oops. Got it. This is it? Nope, we got one more. Just the little red piece that you put in the side in case you want to attach it to another set. That's why those are there. So you have all of those spots around the outside to attach it if you want. So this, look at how cute that is. Like what? That is called an Orange Echeveria. Also known as the Orange Monroe, this succulent boasts adorable rosettes in varying shades of green and orange. I would say that's accurate. Amazing. First one done. I kind of am liking this set. It's nice and quick. Like some of the other sets were a little bit repetitive just because, well, you're building a lot of flowers to fill out a bouquet or something like that. Okay, so we'll put that up over here then as we complete them. Sweet. Stay hydrated. Okay, next one. This is what it looks like. Let's bring it to life. This goes in the center. And then this gray piece goes on top. And we're gonna build up some of the dark green pieces. Ooh, that's another thing that we did this week. Has anyone watched the series The Bear yet? But we absolutely crushed it in like almost a day. It's like about restaurants. What is it on, Hulu or HBO? Hulu. Yeah, called The Bear. Josie, yeah, you watched it, right? And I never knew that Maddie Matheson was in it. No one said a thing. Maybe no one really knows him as much as like Canadians do. I don't know. It was so good. Man. Seriously, Dust, watch it because you've worked in restaurants. You're gonna love it. A true show. Is it reality based or like a drama? I guess like more drama. It's definitely not like a reality show by any means. It's a series. Yeah. A series about a restaurant. But nothing like, what is it? What was one of those shows, like Kitchen Nightmares, where they go in like the back of the kitchen with the camera? No, it's not like that. And like some pretty high-end actors. It's like, whoa. It's just funny. Yeah, it's scripted. Thank you for the words. I feel like you actually know more about movie lingo than me. So I can learn something from you. Okay, so we built up the next base. All of the spots on the outside to attach it again. And then we build up those like edges, I guess, the border. And I think that's all I'm gonna say about the show, just because I don't want to spoil it. It's relatively new. It's not often that I actually watch a relevant TV show. Cool, so now we're like building up the plant part. This one is gonna look very interesting. We'll just put that to the side for now. Starting with that and one little green dot. Okay, and then we're gonna come in with these little pieces, which I have never seen before. Like, that's an interesting one. It's so small. And then these just get kind of put around. Like that. Okay, so it's gotta fit on there so you can sandwich that on now. And then we go on the opposite side where the other little green dot was put. So we go over here now and turn the page. Check out Better of Ted. Was a short-lived show from the early 2000s, but it holds up. Better of Ted. Okay, I'm gonna write it down. Because we don't actually have Hulu, we just download the shows. And then we also do have in our Discord channel a TV and movies area if you guys ever want to suggest something to watch. Better Off. Okay. Oh, I think I heard of that before. Now I'm trying to think. Okay, so we're building up again these layers with these little like rounded pieces. So I guess like opposite of what the other ones were. If I have an idea of how this is going. Bam. Yeah, because that was over there. And then we sandwich another round green thing on there. This one. Making sandwiches? Then we take... Is there a long black piece? Or are we missing it? Oh gosh, no, it's here. We take this little stem. And you put that through. I'm gonna guess all of the way. Nice and tight. Okay, so that can just sit there. So it looks like we're switching it up. So that and that go together. Now we're going to work with these interesting pieces. Need that. 3 of those. 3 of the little black lengths. And then green ones of that shape. Okay, so we take this, put these on all of the outsides. Making sure though that that is facing that way. Because we're going to be attaching stuff into there, I'm sure. Boom. So it shows that. Okay. Next, we are going to take the green one, put a little black length in there. And then we take this, and then the green pieces clip in, which is why we made sure we built it like that. And yeah, then at that point, like these kind of snap down. You can set them to different positions. Bam. Okay, and actually they do tell us now to angle it up. Doesn't show like too sharp of an angle. I think I'll just go with that for now. Okay, and then that, so we take this piece, and it does show that we push that all the way up. And then this slides on so that those are facing up. Huh. It's like a little robot or something. That. Okay, and then we're gonna do this little green, like, hat piece. Yeah, right? Little pizza table, I always called those. Did you ever save those for, like, your little doll houses and stuff? Wait, maybe I even used a pizza box table in my Legos. Probably. If I know me. Okay, so that just went on top there. And then this, okay. What? This is so cool. So now we're gonna take this stem and put it into the center. Cool. You like my name? You never gave it one? It's the pizza table. And now we have all these little like petals. Are those gonna get stuck on? Looks like it. So one, is there one that's like round? No, just this. This goes in the top. Whoa, these are like rubber. Where is that? Look at this. They're like bendy. Was not expecting that. Okay, so we start just by one center one. Flip it. Now we're gonna make 3 petals. Taking that and putting it into this little holder. That's so interesting. I've never had a Lego piece like this. 3. So they say have the like stem part in the center that we did. Oh, it actually did say face us. And then we're going to link all of these onto all of these little clips that we built around. Does that make sense? That goes there. There's like little layers. So obviously we're gonna build 3 more. And then those get put on the other ones. Interesting. They kind of all get just grouped together. And that's it? No, it's not. It says the aloe plant. Cleopatra applied aloe plant gel to her body as part of her beauty regimen. Okay, so these little pieces are actually claws from another set. I wonder what the set is. A dragon or something? I like the little tidbits that it tells you. Okay, so then we're gonna do like 3 way bigger pieces using these. These ones are not bendable. That. And then I think it's these. So this little part gets put into the round one. Just like that. This is 10309. And then these go in the last 3 places. Whoa. Okay, that actually looks very realistic now. Hey? Cool. So this is the aloe plant. We have one more thing to do. Put it on the base. What's happening here? Or are we building the next one? Okay, we're building the next one. Oh yeah, because that is different. Okay, so we built the aloe plant. 2 down. Clem, this was the first one we started with. succulents that are kind of like yellowy orange little rosettes. And then as we finish them, we'll put them up here. Maybe I'll put this one up top because it's kind of bigger. Hee hee! Yeah! Yeah, she used the Lego aloe. Lego aloe gel. Has anyone ever done that before for a sunburn? Just like crack off an aloe leaf, just rub it on you. My baba did that for me once. I got a really bad sunburn in the summer. It actually works. It stops the stinging. Not forever, but it's better than nothing. Okay, so next one. This is what it looks like. We're gonna build that little thing. You've never heard of it, Dust? Only the gel? So yeah, that's where it comes from. Is you just break open the leaf and it'll start like gelling instantly. It's really interesting plant. Yeah, I just remember going over there one summer with my parents and I was so sunburned, like just in the worst pain, right? She's like, just break off a piece of the plant and rub it on yourself. I was like, what? And so she just did it. I was like, wow. Okay. Oh, Babas. I've never actually like watched people harvest the gel, but it's probably, yeah, a little bit like icky to watch, but also satisfying. Okay, we are going with this really interesting piece. It's like a square with a hole in the middle. That goes right there. Little brown bitties. Like that. When you severely sunburn the person caring for you. Or when you were severely sunburned. They used fish oil? Oh my gosh. What? Why would that be their thought? I'm sad for you, Scarlet. Fishy Scarlet. Okay, now we're building up the outside border with the black pieces. We're making the plant pot. The planter. That's true. Yeah, when you're a kid, you don't know better, so you just go along with it. It also gets easier building the sets as you like eliminate the pieces, right? Now that's that. All of the biddies on the outside to attach to the other planters if we want. And now we build up the top border. Look at all these little pieces that we're gonna have to put together for this one though. Yeah, oil makes burns worse. Goof info to know now. Yeah, because it's like your skin's still burning, right? A lot of people don't understand that your skin will burn for 24 hours. Whether you like still feel it or not. Adding oil to that is only gonna make it feel hotter, I'm sure. Because oil just holds the heat in. Good point. My hair's almost dry, chat. That's how warm it is in here right now. Usually it takes like all day. You have after sun cream oak. One with aloe for regular and a special one if you get sunburn. Nice. Yeah, it insulates it, literally, right? I've not been sunburnt in like quite a long time, I will say that. And like I only usually put sunscreen on my face every day. Yeah, like we've been out and around. I don't know, sun's not bugging me as much. Yeah, people putting essential oils on burns. Why is it not getting better? There are certain uses for some things, and then others, it's just not good. Okay. Okay, I was gonna say, like, I think we're missing pieces, but no, they're just super small. Look at this one. Like, what? So this goes in the middle. And then this piece, what? This is gonna be so cool. Oh, we need a couple more pieces still. Where's that little bitty hiding? Right here. So that goes there. And then if we look at them together, so that will kind of set in there, the brown piece. Just like this. And then that kind of moves up and down almost. Just like a little platform, I suppose we're building. Got a bit sunburnt when kayaking with Lauren in Merle's Inlet. Oh, I believe that, Blood Oak. Yeah, because you're also like more southern there, right? So the sun's closer to you. Okay, so we're gonna take this back, and then I guess this is going to get put in there. Okay. Except it shows that it was on an angle. So I don't know. I can sneak this under here. Nice. And get it off. So yeah, that was supposed to be there. There we go. Like these are important ones, right? So it was straight on before. No, angle it into the corner. Okay, now we're gonna be building up some pirate wheels. Right? The little moving parts. I love these sets, Dust. 35 Celsius that day with clouds. And yeah, the water, the reflection, that's some of the worst sunburns or reflection off of snow. You don't even realize it. Oh my goodness. I was talking to a delivery driver yesterday while we were waiting for the food together in the restaurant. He's like, yeah, I moved here in the winter from Vancouver. I was like, cool. Like, I also moved from Vancouver, but last summer. He's like, I don't think I like Edmonton so far. He's like, it's way too cold and way too hot. He's like, I miss the mountains. I was like, yeah, that's definitely got to be a shocker coming from Vancouver to here if you've lived there a long time. Way different climate. At least I knew what I was coming back to. Okay, we gotta put this on the bottom. It's being bad for me. There we go. And then we're gonna take a gray piece, put it in the center. We have those two bits. One of the worst sunburns you ever got was on a cloudy day out on the lake. Yep. Didn't even put any sunscreen on because it was so cloudy. Mistake, right? Oh, yeah, lakes. Like, legitimate sunburn on my eye. Unbelievable. That's how I found out I had sensitive eyes. Okay, so this just is gonna get put all the way down until it hits the bottom. And we'll just kind of level it out, and then we're gonna build up another one. That on the bottom, the gray one on the top. And then it gets put on. Boom. Even it back out again, and then, oh, we're actually almost done this little part. This little hat piece gets put on top. Boom. They say, wait, what? Leaves made from ice cream cones, inspired by hens and chicks. The leaves arranged in a rosette pattern originate from the swirl top of an ice cream cone. Okay, this one, they're saying. That little guy. It's like a little blue ice cream topper. Cool. So now I guess we'll be building up all of those leaves and stuff to fill out onto here. So yeah, they show us this next step is to attach this on. And then kind of like the other one is it'll get clipped on as we build all the leaves up. Put that up there. First step, little white piece. Put the ice cream topper on. Nice. We take the light green pieces, put them facing up, arrow. Dust, did you go like tubing and stuff when you would go to the lake? Do like different water sports? I love tubing. I was like not blessed with the ability to like wakeboard and stuff though. I don't understand why it was so hard for me. And then this is gonna just get put as a topper on. Cool. Yeah, like water skiing, wakeboarding. I think the only thing I like got to do was like maybe kneeboarding. Tubing is so fun though. Oh my gosh. My dad. That Van Al handyman, I tell ya. There was sometimes. Okay, so this is gonna get put here and we're gonna make 8 of them. Yeah, hold on for dear life. Oh man, the air. Sheesh. And then when those like the kite tubes came out, the crazy-ish that you would see people doing, it's like, yo, you guys are nuts. Okay, so this, we made 1 petal. I'm just gonna show you what happens is it gets put onto that set. So we're gonna be filling out the top like that. Yeah, I never did the kite tube either. We just didn't feel like it was a smart investment for our well-being. But we did like the triples and doubles and stuff. Oh man. Or like having 2 doubles beside and you like smash into the other person. Try and flip them over. Too good. Thanks for those memories. Okay, so it's always gonna be quicker if we do things in repetition. So we need to make 7. Well, 6 now. We're working on number 6. Dust, did you ever get to do the like slalom water ski? Pro water skier. Scratch Dumpling? Hi, friend. Welcome in to like a bonus Lego Building Thursday stream. How are you? How's the week? Yeah, using the single ski. No, you weren't that good? Some pieces, right, Joes, are so tiny. Gotta have nimble little fingers. I'm like getting sweaty hands even. It's really warming up now. 31 outside. 31. It's been so long. Your new job is keeping you busy, but like, is it a good busy at least? Yeah, cozy Lego building. Edmonton. Hi, I live in Edmonton. Ugh, it only says 29 there. But the humidity, like, why is it 45% humidity? We're in the middle of the prairie. What, Scratch, are you streaming coming up this weekend? You cooking again? Maybe we'll come visit you on Saturday. Is that 6? Okay, we need one more. Use up all the pieces. Does, thanks for shouting out Scratch too. Yeah. But we usually raid her on Saturdays when she streams. When we're done. The best. More cooking planned, not fully planned out. That is. What are we making this week food-wise? What, tomorrow we're just doing some like simple baking. I think Fridays I'm gonna do baking. Yeah, that's right, Dust. Super chill vibes over at Scratch too. And you're a good cook too. So I chose s'mores cookie bars because I had some marshmallows and graham crumbs to use up. So s'mores cookie bars, and then we'll be like prepping lamb shanks to sous vide for 48 hours until Sunday. And then Saturday I'm doing a meal redemption for Mary Todd. So it's gonna be a not so spicy Malaysian chicken curry with potato lefse, which is like a potato flatbread. And then, yeah, Sunday is the lamb shank meal for Dog's redemption. Right? I'm so pumped for curry. Like, curry in the summer, people don't understand how dang good it is. Sweat it up. Because, yeah, it's supposed to be hot all weekend. Try and stay cool. All right. Look at that. We made that. Cool. So we have one more layer, I think, to fill out. Lamb. I know. Lamb shanks, even. Kind of more like a wintry meal, but still so dang good. Aw, you got it, Scratch. I mean, like, the effort is what matters most. And, like, I can tell that you care about your ingredients and what you do. Because, like, the way that your food always looks after, like, thanks for taking me in those photos. I love to see it. Lamb Lego. Josie. So, yeah, that's our menu. Coming up. Okay, what's next? Oh, cool. So the next pieces are, like, kind of a different color. A little bit off the shade of what the greens were. And so these are called Hens and Chicks, which we actually had a lot of these on Vancouver Island when we lived there. And they're called Hens and Chicks. I know this because, so there's always like the main flower piece, but then they kind of like have these little offshoots that spawn off. So this is the hen, and then they end up with like all these little chicks off of different stems, and you can like cut it and then grow a new plant from it. Josie, do you know this one? Get the free Lego pieces, build yourself a little sheep farm, yeah. Lego had a little lamb. Please. We are being silly, and I'm into it. Bam, so we're building 8 more leaves. And so this will be the last set of the booklet, I believe. Each one has 3. It's 1:15. I think we started building like right at, what, 12:15-ish? We had a little chat ski. Maybe not even. So yeah, each booklet, less than an hour. And like, that's the thing. A lot of people think that Lego takes like hours and hours of time. Not necessarily. It depends on the set. The only Lego thing you built was the 1989 Batmobile. That took like a week or so. Like from when you were young, Scratch, or you have a collector. That's amazing, by the way. Like, what? If you still have that set, I can't even imagine what it's worth now. Oh, it's a collector thing. I am telling you this. It's pretty heavy. some say Lego's worth more than gold now. My hands are getting so sweaty just building this. It's a specific model of the Batmobile. Oh, word. I thought it was like, because they have the older sets of the Batmobile and stuff. Yeah, that's nuts, Dust. That set? Like, where do you put that? Okay, so now these are going to attach onto the second wheel here. Just gets cozied on up. Excuse me. Yeah, right, like where is it gonna go? You need just a full room dedicated to Lego sets to display. Nice, Dust. You got it as a gift. Epic. Epic, epic gift. Okay, last piece. And like, that's the thing, right? Is if you want those sets, when they go out of like production, the price just goes up and it's so hard to find. Isn't this cute? So Hens and Chicks. And then we have the other two here. So we built a little aloe plant. Adorable. And then I heckin' forget what this one was called. It's called Orange Monroe. The Orange Monroe succulent. Hey, Endless Tessellations, you have the Millennium Falcon Lego set too? Took you a full week to put it together. That's not even bad. Can you grow aloe from cuttings? I don't know the answer to that, sadly. Judging by like how some other things can be propagated, probably? Okay, so where did we end off over here? So that was the last one. Nice. So yeah, we can either put it together. They show you how to put the pieces together like that, or we can just leave it separate, and that's it. So yeah, they give all the pieces. If anything is missing, you have the numbers there. Just message Lego. Feedback and win. First booklet, done. So you still have 6 more. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. This task was too easy for me, Josie says. We need to get cracking on the lamb Lego farm. Tell Samo. Tell the Sambo. Okay, so where should we put these? Where should we put them as we finish them? Like up there? Should we turn it so this is on the outside? Yeah. Ban yourself. Josie. Okay. Book number 2. I love how they like show which ones it's gonna be coming up. And yeah, on the back, they kind of separate them. I love the purple one. I love it. Book number 2. I think I'm just gonna take a really quick bathroom break before we start this one so that we don't have to stop. So I will be back in 1 moment. Get pumped. So we need, look at how vibrant the pieces in this bag are. Yeah. Yeah. I'm back, friendos. That was good. I also brushed my hair. It was getting crazy frizzy. Nice. Gotta love those pee break emotes. And I love when I hear from my viewers that they see my pee break emote in other streams being used. It's like, yes. Okay, next one. Let's do this. Numero dos. Yes, Dust. Take this out without spilling it all. The little baggies. There's so many little pieces. Why are these colors so satisfying to look at together, though? Wow. Okay, I actually think I liked these better over it. Just because they're out of the way more for me. Yeah, we'll do that. Cute. There we go. Now we can use all of the spaces. So like, the only time I'll take some pieces away is if they're like super big and bulky like this. Just because it makes it really hard to see some of the really small pieces. That is about it. That's the limit. We'll just pile those on the side. Okay, now you can see what we're working with. It looks cute, yeah, cute. My little succulent hat. Okay, so starting with the base again. And one of these. Bam, bam. And then this is what we're building. I don't actually know if I know what this is. It's really dainty. Okay, we're making the complete border with those pieces. It's like, where are you? Hunting. Okay, now we're gonna build up the full border again. Yahoo! And now the top border. So you got those for attaching. And use these little back pieces. And I love how like all of the planters are square and they match too. I don't know why, it's just satisfying. Complete little succulent box. I might have flown through that because we've already made 3 before this. So now we'll just put this to the side and we are going to grab this little green square as well as this. And then that, I think we just put on, okay, so 2 pieces. I think it's like this is what they're saying. And then on the other page, I'm gonna kind of block it out underneath, so making a platform of sorts. So this should go like that. Yep. Just like that. And then right in the middle, 1 cute little green dot. And then we're going to be double stacking little brown round pieces on the corners of the upper part of the platform. What's everyone eating today? We never talked about the foods yet. I think after this, I'm gonna finish my snack that I had last night. A donair. A beef and cheese donair. It's quite a basic one. It's like emergency snack rations. Okay, am I missing 2 little brown pieces or am I blind? This is always the moments that get a bit stressful, because then that might be a little bit difficult for us to go forward. Oh, I see one. We're getting closer. There's one. And that's it. We got it. Phew. Livia, I think you're gonna make a chocolate chip loaf cake. Yum. I don't know why I've been like kind of craving like chocolate chip something, or like cookies and cream. Just picked up a salad, spinach, cranberry, blue cheese, and candied walnuts. Nice one. You're gonna go look at stuff at the Korean store? Nice. Do you have anything in mind? Oh, what? Look at this piece. This is like a hat for sure. Someone's little fedora. So this is gonna get put on these brown pieces. Is it a hat or like a ship? I don't know. I've never seen this piece before. Sometimes they give little tidbits. Leftover organic chicken into butter curry and wild rice. Nom Joes. Boom. With Borlow wine. Scratch is just gonna browse the Korean shop. Whoa, now we're gonna flip it over. We're gonna put 4 red dots in the outer corners. Like that. And then we're gonna flip it back over. We're gonna take this massive piece. That's definitely something plant related. And flip it over. And we're going to put this green piece on the underside. Okay, on the underside. The way I just like questioned it. And then this little black piece goes in the bottom. Push it in all the way. And so then we got that we're going to attach into the middle now. Is it going in? Okay, it doesn't press in that far. And that is that. That was the set. What? That was so easy. So then they just say, we're gonna take the box, the piece, Put it in there, set it in there. So the red pieces just kind of keep it set. They say there are approximately 10,000 types of succulents that you can grow. Fun-legged succulents are a great way to start your collection. So they didn't tell us which one this is? Okay. They didn't tell us which one this was. $10,000 dust, right? Better get started. Next one, we're building the purple one. Yeah. I pushed a lot of pieces away from me. Okay, so starting with our black base. We're gonna go with these big ones. And then like every planter is kind of different. So is this right? No, this is not right. I was like, why do I have two different colored pieces? Because this is right. And now we build up the outside. So some parts of the planter are the same, other parts are different. Whoa, I'm throwing pieces. Don't lose them. Hey Aki, welcome in. How is the day? Bam. Got the little bits to attach on the side. When building Lego things, Scratch, it never makes sense to you fully when you're building it and then it all together, yeah. Then it all comes together somehow. Yeah, like some sets it's hard to imagine as you're building it. These ones are pretty fun though, because they're nice and small. And then, yeah, I've seen some of these succulents in my life, so I kind of already have a picture in my imagination of how it's gonna look. You're doing good, Aki. Nice. Getting up to anything fun this week? We're starting off this week of streaming with a Lego and chill. Okay, now we build up the top border. Yeah, that's the magic of it all, isn't it? Boom. Done that step. And then we're gonna take this, put it in the middle, and top it with this. Just like that. We're going to take this crazy piece. Where did I see it? Look at this one. And this little red piece, that through. Like that. And then this is going to go through the middle, it says. Cool. This is where we're at. And then on the top, so it's gonna flip up, you put this green piece. And then we flip it upside down and we build a ship wheel. First, this goes onto it. That goes on this way. Sometimes it's really hard to push the pieces. There you go. Like it hurts your fingers a bit. Nice. That's where we're at. Who knows where we're going with this one, right? Like Scratch was just saying. This one is hard to imagine. Was out for a long bike ride. You're gonna chill now to watch the stream and shortly cook some food. That sounds perfect. Yeah, we went for 2 bike rides earlier this week. Today, it's too hot out for that. Not a good one. Yeah, right? Sometimes it's so hard to put the pieces together. It's like, help. Somebody. Okay, so next we take this. This goes on this way. Just that little brown piece. We flip this. Look at this little piece. What even is that? You know how to ride bikes? I have rode a bike without training wheels since I was 3 years old. I love bicycles. So yeah, I know how to ride bikes. Yeah, I made my dad take off the training wheels. I said they were slowing me down. He's like, but you're gonna fall then. I was like, that's okay. Welcome to me. Hey, Balloon Side Dan. Hey, thanks. Thanks for the lurk while you work. We won't spoil that for you. Cheers for popping in and thanks for saying hey. Appreciate that. Yeah, you know you're gonna fall, right? That's fine. Because I would take the corners too fast with the training wheels and then they get like stuck on the corner, right? And then I'd fall over. I just said, take these things off. Okay. We are building some interesting things here. I'm just going to put this to the side because there's a lot of little pieces. For this next step, there is 20 pieces. We need these little gray bits and bobs. 4 of these little green bits. Like, look at how small this is getting. And then 12 of like all of these. Wow. Actually kind of handy that my fingers are sweaty because then the pieces just stick to them. It's too perfect. Was that 12? I guess we can just start building and see. Found a nice recipe on Instagram. I don't know, would you like it or not? You can post it in Discord if you want and check it out. Feel free to post whatever recipe you find that's interesting. Yeah, this is so small. So then we take this. This goes on one of the sides. And then we fill out this with all of these other little pieces here. And so, okay, just like that. Wow. Ugh. And I always kind of make sure they're straight. That's what we just built, so we gotta do 4 of those. We got the first one done. Cool, it's like bee. Can't rush this one. Like, it just like automatically spins when I place it down. Very satisfying. So yeah, some of the succulents go quick, other ones not so quick. Okay, this, we're gonna go back to this little thing that we built and start attaching these on. So these, it looks like they go into the green piece. slide in. And then obviously it'll stick up so we can fit them all in there. Okay, the first one I can't put in as far as I did. So now I can't get the other one in. There we go. Or, no, they all do face up. I was gonna say, does one of them like face down? No. Just gotta get it lined up properly. There. Pretty much good. Yep. Cool. That's like part of the flower blossom, I guess. The Speed Champ set, nice Dust. Pick that up for yourself. Okay, so that goes there, and now we get to play with the purple pieces. Woohoo! So what? I didn't even see all these purple little clips earlier. We're gonna take all of these. Only 4. So half. And then that goes into the bottom one. Wait, that's not the right ones. We need, or is it? Oh, maybe it is. I lied. It is the right one. I was like, what else would it be then? For a sec there, I thought it looked hollow in the middle of the clip. So now, this goes on. Okay, so the little brown pieces, how do I angle this so you can see it? Yeah, those, so that's where that goes into. Boom, clip it on like that. Like just, it's so snug, this set. Like, holy. I'm gonna have to just hold it down for a sec to make sure I line this up properly. That's the thing, is you don't want to like have any other small pieces fall off while you're trying to clip these on. This one was the most in-depth for sure. It's like it doesn't even want to reach almost. Get in there. Okay, we did it, chat. Does it look a little bit lopsided? Kind of. I don't know how to straighten it. Oh, there we go. There we go. Cool. Maybe you should have ordered 2 of the sets, Dust? Maybe. Okay. And so then, the next 4, just gonna put that to the side. These, we'll dig out these green pieces. So yeah, these are different now. These go onto the little ship wheel underneath. And I think they kind of go like facing down or to the side. Lavender Echeveria, it's called. The lavender varieties of Echeveria have some fun names like Afterglow and Cubic Frost. What would you name yours? What would we name it? Yeah, one for Lewis and one for George, the Speed Champs. Sweet. Or actually, no, it just gets put on there. And it'll face up. All right. Just gotta make sure that little thing's angled correctly. Whoa. That's like a big one, hey? So then then we just put it right into what we built. I'm gonna try and push straight down. Oh, that went in really easily. That's so cute. I think we can like straighten it out a bit more. There. And yeah, you can like put these close up to it, snug, or you can put them like way out, opened up like that. Another one. Done. That's a big one. His painful scream, yeah. I'm surprised there's not so many memes about that already.
Oh, there it is.
Cool, these are one of my faves. I've had one of these before. It lasted a long time and then all of a sudden it just died. I think I got like a bad fungus or bug in it. These are cool and they're so prickly. Yeah, that's a straight up cactus. So this, and then we use this one that I tried to use before, and these. Goes right in the middle. One of these on each side. And then we build up the border. Look at how many pieces we've eliminated again. Always had a house full of cacti because mom killed everything else. Yeah. They are, although I will say, like cacti, you can still F up. For sure. But like if you live in the right climate, it's pretty easy to take care of them. Yeah, there was, when we were at the hardware store yesterday, I kind of giggled to myself because they put together a drought-resistant flower planter. But all it was like succulents and cactus, right? I'm like, what? Nice marketing. Is that what we call these? A grapefruit tree? The only plant you have right now is a little cactus you were gifted when you moved into the apartment. Cute dust. Yeah, very low maintenance. I'm like, I can imagine where you are for sure. Be so easy to take care of. Hot, dry, no worries. Okay, now we are going to look for this thing. This goes in the middle. And we take this gray stem and we put it in. Complete. Yeah, recreational plants. And oat grass for Kitty. Cute. It's okay, Scratch. You don't have to know what you're doing. As long as you try. If you can grow basil, you can grow lavender and rosemary easily. Rosemary is just a weed. Same with lavender. Really easy little bush to take care of. Okay, cool. Now you get to like build up the stem part of the plant, I guess. So take this, this. I stack two, like, what did I say, khaki colored pieces on top. Yeah, Google it. Exactly. Best part of the internet. Free resources. Next one. And then we do another one. Holy, we are building this up. I see. This. We go double. Double tall. And then another green piece. That's right, Scratch. Yeah, I think like sometimes we almost just overthink how to take care of plants. So I guess we just put this to the side for now. And then look, we're gonna do this. So put those together and then we seal them up with this piece attached. And we need to do 4 of these, so we might as well do the steps all in a row. Yeah, the snap, right? Crunchy. Whew. Sometimes when you almost catch your skin inside. Ah! Okay. We'll do the first one. So this. We're going to take one of these and we put this on it. Just like that. Just make sure it's like straight on there. And then, so it's facing me. This goes this way. And then from here, we do one round, and then each side gets an end cap. And then, oh, look at these little bits. It's like little tree branches. This is like the cactus thorn. That goes in there. Shoot. Okay, so let's do the next 3. And then we just are going to turn this so it's actually facing this way. So the angles of the pieces are like angled down. And then I'm sure we just attach this onto this thing we built. Yeah. There's 3 parts where it attaches, so that's pretty secure. Just like that. And then that will get placed into the planter after. Okay, so first, put those together. Hey FCB, how are you? Welcome in to a little bonus Thursday stream. You're coming in still at the right time. We still have another booklet to go. Each booklet has 3 succulents that we build from it. And currently we are on number 2? No, we're on number 3 on the 2nd booklet. How's work going so far this week? The Living Stone succulents, lit hops? Do I know that one, Paloozer? Okay, so these get turned this way. Put the centers in. Thank you for posting the link. Very busy today, FCB. You can't stay too long. Okay, well that's okay. We're always happy when you stop by, no matter how long it is. And it's not gonna be a super long stream. We probably have 1 more hour left. That's about it. Yeah, the toaster, Smeg. That is like a popular brand. I know, I was gonna say, up and up. Pricey. Yeah, they're like neat and retro. I think they probably were good because they haven't been messed with like too much. The style from what they were before to now, I don't know. Never used one. But yeah, I think they look really cute. And like all the colors of them too that you can get. Lots of pastel. Okay, so this goes beside the center. Yeah, I don't know anyone that has ever had a schmeg appliance. Oh, I have never seen those succulents before. Loser, what? That's a plant? Yeah, we still have my grandma's sunbeam toaster with the frickin' look-through window from, like, should I say it, Samo? 19 diggity 2? Okay, now we put the thorns in. Careful. Like, the plastic is literal melting around the toaster, but the thing still works perfectly. Best toaster ever. Never burnt anything on me. Your grandma's old Sunbeam stand mixer. There you go. Yeah, basically a hand mixer with a spinning bowl. Epic. Ah, my hands are getting sweaty. Help. Okay. Oh my goodness. It's now 32. Every hour it raises, my hands get sweaty. Okay, now we attach onto here. How did we do this? Is my guess. How are these all gonna fit on? It's gonna overlap or something? I honestly... This might be one where maybe this was not supposed to go into the center part of this. You see what I'm talking about? We gotta snug it over to the side, maybe? Yeah. This makes more sense. It's like, wait a tick. Like, yes, they give you the instructions, but there's still a little bit that you have to interpret for yourself. So yeah, now we made more room. Yeah, it is getting roasty toasty and it's like 45% humidity. Yuck. Cookie. We have like the same weather right now. Except we don't have any AC. Okay, so now I'm understanding this. Yeah, we get the car back. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Right? Yeah, when it's hot out, just go for a drive. Look at this monstrosity. That's what we just built. I know we have to go fill up the rental car before taking it back today. It's like, that's foreign. That's a foreign feeling right there. That goes on top to like attach the next steps on, I'm sure. Boom. Sweet. I was hoping that we'd get to attach it now. Cool. And now we build like the little bulbous top from whatever's left here. Bring it closer. This is all we got left from the second book. Put that up over here. No, that doesn't work. Up over there for now. Oh yeah, we saw like a Jeep catch. Well, we didn't see it on fire, but like we saw the fire truck putting out a fire in a Jeep in a parking lot this week. Like, you don't often see a fire truck just rip into a parking lot up to a vehicle, right? And just start like soaking it. It's like, what? So yeah, I think people are hurting a bit now. Gonna start to see less maintenance on vehicles and stuff like that because of inflation. tough out there, chat. Tough, tough times. Okay. That's where we're at. Yeah, whoa, right, Scratch? And then these are gonna get attached with this little beige piece. Do we push it all the way in? It doesn't actually look like it. I think once we get this first one, the next ones will go quicker. It's all about like keeping it even as you try and shimmy that piece down. There we go. Boom. Inflation-wise, Scratch? Yeah, I knew something was wrong when eggs cost like 3 times more than they used to. Feeling bad for like bakeries, everything. Yeah, oil too, frying oil. Wild. Yeah, eggs, flour, and butter. Maybe we'll have to start learning how to do our own baking, right? But yeah, I'm glad that like, I don't think everyone notices. That's the thing. Is like some people will notice the price is going up, but everyone else will just like kind of carry on their thing. I'm not sure. But I definitely notice it. Yeah, way less fun to fry churros at home when you have to pay that price for oil. Yeah, right? Usually it's like, oh, I'll just deep fry at home. It's cheap. Not anymore. That's also why I am just doing like baking on Friday for stream, just because ingredients are so expensive and like we have a lot of extra food to eat in the fridge still. I'm not gonna waste it. Okay, so we do the same thing. Wait, were we supposed to double these? Ah, it's a double, so we do push it all the way. And then add another one. Bam. Next. Wipe the hands. Imagine trying to cook today. I probably wouldn't even be able to hold the knife in my hand. Okay, so now I don't have to be as careful as I'm pushing it down because we have to add 2 anyways. Well, yeah, right? Like as a content creator, it's not like you can just meal prep the same food every week. And everyone's like, yeah, super pumped to see roast chicken and pasta again.
How about we do roast chicken this week again?
Yeah. Oh, shoot. Gotta keep the people interested, right?
Okay, this week we're making roast chicken, bag salad, and rice.
Oh,
Next
man.
week we're making roast chicken, bag salad, and rice. Sunday we're making eggs.
Whoa. That's a little crazy. Look at this, though. This is getting cool. This is getting so cool on the instructions. Yeah, Samo's the finance guy. Ask him how he feels crunching all the numbers for us. All right, how to build this thing. And we need 8 of them. Yeah, like the little mostly straight pieces built into the bulb, right? It's like, how? Okay, dust. That was fun and honestly not that expensive. Because that dip fed us like 2 full meals what we made. That was so good. Yeah, budget stream. There's honestly not much. Chicken, duck, and eggs. Like, fish isn't even cheap anymore. So, boom, first step. Let's just do that. 8 times. This pink, I love. Like, I don't know what it is about this hue of pink, but I love it. It's like, other than purple, this might be my other favorite color. It's like maybe a salmon sort of color. Samo? Yep, I loved eating that quesadilla too. It seriously tasted like queso with chicken in a quesadilla. It was wild. So good, Dust. Yeah, straight comfort food. Yeah, Scratch. Noodles. Noodles from scratch as budget content. But yeah, you have to still do stuff on the side. You can still, like, just buy for the side things to go with the noodles. Just make sure it's on sale. That's all. Have a little gander. Okay, so next, you're gonna go with... First, I'll do this. Let's kind of turn it back this way. This goes on this side. Like, sometimes we honestly just, like, luck out with the menu that we plan, and then we go to the store, and, like, almost everything that we planned without looking at the flyers on sale. Like, the lamb shanks that we're cooking this week. Like, we went to Costco yesterday, we're like, okay, let's see if they have any first off. And then they were $3 off a pack. It's like, what? Just, like, a happy coincidence. Okay, that, and now we're gonna do this straight square, no angle. And yeah, that's also true. Like, for the stream groceries, we also always are feeding 4 people from those meals with usually leftovers. So yeah, it's not just for 2 people, it's actually for 4. So if you think about it that way, that's actually not that bad then. Okay, last or second last piece, this little angled one, just to finish it up on the side. So that's where we're at. That's how you get the angles for the bulb. Okay, and then each one we finish off with a really cute little orange flower. Cute. Yeah, it seems like each book almost takes 1 hour. Okay, now we put it on. And then you just kind of angle them different ways so that all the little orange flowers are not sitting in the same spot. Just flip it over. The hardest part is just lining these up, honestly. There we go. Okay. So now that one's kind of lower. Wait. Wait, what? I'm confused. How is that just gonna sit in there? Do I have to turn this? Ah! So you actually split it. I didn't see that on the one instruction here. You split it, and then you get all of them on. So it's only on one half of it. Big brain. We did it. Hi, Lauren, and hello to Lauren's grandma. How are you doing today? We love new viewers. I'm Kate. I like cooking and building Lego. Okay, finishing off the top. This one little green piece goes underneath. Then we put one little orange flower on top. And then that gets put on top. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. What are you getting up to today, Lauren? So look at this. So boom, that's the base. Ready? Uh-oh. Imagine everything just falls apart there. I told you sometimes it's hard. Okay. We did it! Okay, sounds good, Lauren. This is called the Moon Cactus. It glows red because it lacks chlorophyll and must be grafted onto other cacti for it to grow. Maybe that's why mine died. What? That's kind of crazy sounding. What? The Moon Cactus. Huh? Do we have to look this up more? I didn't know that either. So yeah, there they are. The 3 we just built. Now we got 6. Another one. Done. So, book number 3 next. Look at these ones. I like how they have like a couple larger succulents in each book and then usually like one small one. Like the first book was these 2 big ones and then the yellow. This book was these 2 big ones and then the small green one. And now we have these 2 larger ones and then a small one there.
Those look so cool.
Isn't this cool?
That looks cool.
Okay, Paluzer's given us the info, our token Googler, thank you. A species of cactus from South America. Most popular cultivars are varied mutants, I love it, which completely lack chlorophyll, exposing red, orange, yellow pigmentation. Mutant strains are grafted onto Hylocereus cactus, and the combined plant is called the Moon Cactus. Wowie wow. So yeah, this next book, 2 bags. And then, so I'll just put all of those to the side. And I'm gonna take one more bathroom break, because that's what we've been doing. Each book, we take a bathroom break, so we don't even have to get up and stop. There we go. I will be back momentarily. We're almost there. Didn't even try to read the name. Hylocereus. I was like, it can't be that hard to say. And then I'm also gonna fill up my water too, because the bottle's empty. Stay hydrated. Good to go. BRB. I made it. I made it back. Titan! How are you? I was just taking a bathroom break before we get into our next booklet. Oh, catch up there, camera. Lady Virgo is back. How was your nappy? It is warm. Just got home from work. Nice one. I'm doing good. Trying to stay cool. We've been having a lot of fun today building Legos. Oh, the nap was interrupted. R.I.P. Sag times. Yeah. Do you do like we do? Full lockdown? You leave the windows open in the morning while it's still cool, and then as soon as it starts to get hot, you just shut everything down. Keep the cool air inside. Yeah, heat warning. I know, I heard that. It's gonna be a very hot weekend. Careful out there. Okay, book number 3. Dump it out. Last book. I'm sorry, I didn't really show too closely yet. So we have like this very dark sort of maroon one to build. These, I believe, are called String of Pearls. We'll see what they say it is, but that's my guess. And then I don't really know what that little one is. Yeah, Samo's home too. Samo's here with us. Is this edible Lego? Stuxoid says. So this set doesn't seem like they have any pieces made from plants, but some of the other botanical sets from Lego are like plant-based pieces. So maybe? Nice, Lady Virgo. Amazing, Scratch. Your roommate figured out the off-peak hours. AC on for $1. Now that is budget friendly. Yeah, they're all edible. Oh, do I have to do like a meme video of me pretending to eat Lego pieces? Please don't. Your dentist will hate you. Yeah, the maroon looking one's interesting. I don't even think I know what that is. And look at these. Ah! They're gonna try and roll away. My table's angled a little bit. I just don't want them to all roll off the back of it. Uh-oh. AC, yeah, Blood Oak. What's that? Yeah, just start crunching. Oh. Okay, there are some really adorable pieces in these. Like what? Some of the ones I'm seeing right now. Look at this little thing. Little petal. All of these little round bits. What did I just pour out of this bag? It's like a really cute little just pink flower. Okay. Those are our bases. All of the bags are opened. Let us commence. Let me tuck in a bit more again. I got moved over a bit. There we go. Did I get moved over? Or am I just doing that? There you go. Oh, yeah, stepping on Legos with your insides. Loser. Ouch. That can't be good. Here we go. We're starting. Looks like we're starting with the easy one. Okay, build up the outside. You know the drill. My index finger, it has an indent from pushing all the pieces in today. It's like I might have to use a different finger. Yo, Kate, why does your index finger just have a little circle on it all the time? Oh, that's from building Legos. That's amazing, Blood Oak. What? You use like pellets for your cat's litter box? Can guarantee they hurt even more than Legos. Yes. Yeah, sometimes we've like dropped a couple pellets out by the Traeger. And like if you just go out in bare feet and step on it, yeah, it's sharp, right? That's actually so smart though. I wonder, does it smell like what? Can you get cedar pellets? I'm sure that's expensive. Does it smell like wood? I'm intrigued by this. Tell me more, tell me more. Okay, now we're building the top border. Pine pellets. That would make sense. That's like a very inexpensive wood. Suzanne likes cake. Welcome in. How are you? You love the flower ones so much. Me too. Yeah, look at all the ones we built already sitting up top. Okay, that's just gonna go to the side and start building it up. I'm gonna take this. Don't let that roll away. Take the ship wheel. Lady Virgo says, screw litter boxes. Let's start teaching our cats to pee and poo outdoors like dogs do. That or in the toilet. Like Sam's old roommate, his best friend, they used to have a bangle and they taught it to go in the toilet. So you need like a certain level of IQ for your animals though. Yeah, exactly, Scratch. Cost you 45 euros for 27 kilos for 8 months? Amazing. That's so cool, Blood Oak. Thanks for the info. So now I'm also gonna stack 3 of these green pieces up on the top of this ship wheel. Really, Blood Oak? In the Netherlands, they're setting up a law that forbids cats from roaming outside. Well, they really do hurt the bird populations, I will say that. Like, people don't think about that when they let their cats out. But yeah, we had to be very aware in our backyard on the island. There was always cats coming around and they'd try and hunt the birds, so you'd always have to shoo them away. Like, what else can you do? Yeah, they're so cute though. They're good inside. That too, Titan. Okay, so look at this little thing we just built. What is this? The birds around there? Yeah, they don't mess around, Lady Virgo. Okay, now you just take all these little, like, they almost look like claws. Let me pop that up on the outside. Cool. How many we need? 8? Yeah, right, Scratch. It's like, hello? What happened in here? Right, Blood Oak. Yep. 100p. Yeah, right, Dusty. Something from, like, Mario. So unique. Okay, so this. Center it. Cassowaries? Now you gotta show me what that bird is. Yeah, if you suddenly have a mouse endemic, you know why. All the house cats are inside. Yeah, I wonder. It will be interesting to see if like other species get out of control. They're also dangerous to humans. Oh, perfect. Look at this little thing. I would like a plant like this. Stubby ostrich with a chip on his shoulder and a blade on his head. I'm good, thanks. This is called the ball cactus. This cactus can live from 10 to 200 years old. And we bet Lego succulents can beat the record. Oh! So then this just gets put in there. Adorbs. Okay. Somehow these keep like migrating. Put this there now. We'll move over back this way again. The ball cactus. Uh-oh. Glad I heard that. The pieces are sticking to my hands. Yes. Yeah, the magpies are a little bit annoying. This is true. Okay, Paloozer with the image of this insane bird. Oh my gosh. That's a dinosaur, let's be honest. Next one. This is what I called the string of pearls. Let's see if that's what they call it at the end. Boom. Stay there. So these two again in the center, and then I'm sure we'll just build around it again. Yep. Oh! So yeah, the magpie would be asleep if it wasn't for your cat. That's funny. They make such like weird little noises, the magpies. I've actually seen like quite a few that have perished. Just in like the last week, but I think all the babies are trying to learn how to leave the nest right now. It's tough out there for a little bird. Okay, donezo. Now we build the top border again for the planter. We're getting the hang of this now. Yeah, I actually read up on crows this week. If there's anyone else in here that are like intrigued by crows, I just think they're so interesting as far as birds go. So we're doing our deliveries. This was last week now. And then on the west end by like the Henday and Stony Plain, there was like probably a group of like 200 crows just like chilling by the overpass and stuff, the ring roads. I was like, whoa, like I've never seen so many, like a murder of crows that large congregate before. And they were like right next to each other, just like hanging out. So I looked it up, and apparently crows will congregate together at nighttime and tell each other where to get food the next day so they don't have to fly as far. And I'm like, that is freaking brilliant. So yeah, they were having a meeting about snacks. Isn't it so cute? And then it also said they like huddle together for warmth, which, well, don't really need that in the middle of summer. So I was like, it's gotta be the other one then. I don't know what we're building here. Trying to build it properly. Like we're offsetting all these little pieces right now, like building it up. A murder meeting, Mish says. Of sorts, yes. How are you, Mish? And then this gets sealed up. Oh, and then it goes right onto there. And then we put the little green pieces sticking out to the right. Yeah, the morning meetings, right? It gets noisy. I'm doing good, Mish. Thanks for asking. We are on our book number 3 now, building our succulents. We have already built 7 out of 9. And yeah, just trying to stay cool because it's a roasty, toasty day here. How many pieces do we have left to make? Yeah, 2 more after this one. Or sorry, this one and then 1 more. Michel. If people didn't know, you guys in chat, someone coming in and be like, what? That's funny, Lady Virgo. Yeah, I've always wanted like a crow. Just to like have chill around that knows me. Always. It's a goal. It's a life goal. Okay, we're gonna take this little wrench. It's so small. The camera won't even focus. There you go. We're gonna take this little wrench. Got a quick itch. We're gonna put this little green piece on there. ×2, actually. Just like that. And then from here, we take a green square. Put that on there. Oh, cool! And then we're gonna get to start filling in. So this is not a string of pearls. This is called a Burrow's tail plant. With its plump green leaves are made from elements commonly used in Lego sets as dino eggs. So you gotta attach all of the dino eggs. That's right. Look away, Jima. Look away. Boom. And then this. So because of the little like attachment here, and then the green pieces over there, that's where it goes. Look at that. Hee hee. I have a question about this piece in the pertaining to flowers. Who snuck that one in? Pew, pew, pew. Ready? There's 2 actually. I see another one. 3 even. Samo can get on. Pew, pew, pew. This is a Yoshi plant. Your mother-in-law has a tomato variety called Dino Egg. They produce big yellow tomatoes. Yum! Yellow tomatoes and like orange, better than red. How do you feel about this statement, Mish? That's right, Lady Virgo. I'm cooking my own dinner. Okay, so you gotta just keep building these, I guess? Or are the next one's different? Oh, the next one's different even. Okay. Put that over there. I think so. I can't cook today. What do we have in noodles? Noodlers? Okay, so next one. We need to find another wrench. Just put a wrench in it, chat. Oh, Mish, you've never tasted the yellow tomato. Well, then you gotta ask nicely to have a dino egg then when they're ready. They're so yummy. I find that they're way sweeter than some of the red varieties, or most. And then this. And then a round one on top of this square as well. Okay. Wonton nachos from today's restaurant. Good Chinese food and wonton soup. Wonton nachos? What is this madness? Okay. So yeah, I've never seen this piece in a Lego set before either. It's like angled. Little round angled bit. And so that's gonna stick into the green. Boom. And we put another square on top. And then from here, we fill in all the places that we can with the dino eggs. Probably... Okay, so I'm also seeing here, so we can't line it up together. We gotta make sure that the top square is offset from these little offshoots on the bottom, otherwise it won't fit. 1-year-old discovered the curtain and now, and he must like how it feels because you're just smiling, holding it against his face. It's like, oh, I forget what that movie was, but it was like Stroke the Furry Wall or something. That's what it reminds me of. Probably so nice and like soft. He's like, what is? This feels nice. Cool. Look at that. It's really satisfying looking. So then this one gets put on the higher up green spot. Up over there. Just like that. We're building it up. Holy, we're making a really, really big one now. There are some layers there. Whew. Hello, White Tiger. How are you doing? Have another sip of water. We got this. I think like 30 more minutes. So we are going to do this first. We're going to offset 2 green cubes. Just make sure that the corners are not lined up at all. White Dove, this is the succulent set. Or are you saying like in particular which plant is this? So we're building this right now. Yeah, the whole thing. So this is the Lego Succulents. I'll show you in this camera just because it's easier. So Botanical Collection. If you do ! Lego in chat, it'll bring up the Amazon link if you want to check it out. And yeah, there's 771 pieces and 9 different succulents to go with it. You can either attach them together as one full planter or put them in separate places around. Yeah, the maroon one is huge, hey? White Tiger, just tucked your bearded dragon to bed. A lot of late night cuddles. That's adorable. Yeah, there's 771 pieces. How's your day going, White Dove? Welcome. Little bonus. Bonus Thursday. And this was also one of the incentives that we had to complete from the previous subathon. So thanks to everyone who contributed during that too. Because that's why we're doing this today. So this next piece, I'm also offsetting the corners, putting it on. So that's where we're at. Oh, and another one on top. Wild. That one is also offset. Okay, that's where we're at. Nice, you had a good workout earlier? Yeah, we did that twice earlier this week. We went for good bike rides. Cool, so now we're gonna take all of those green pieces and stick them into the sides now. I think I'll start at the top and work my way down. This is called a burro's tail or donkey tail. Tropical plant native to Mexico and Central America. No, it doesn't, Dust. Yellow tomatoes don't taste like red tomatoes. Don't spread lies. Don't. Yeah, some of these succulents I've seen before in real life, but there are some in here that I have never seen before. And that's been fun to learn. The yellow ones are actually sweeter, I find. Refrigerator! And my stomach just growled. I don't know if you guys heard that in the background. Like from the depths down below. Thanks, refrigerator. Yeah, today all about hydration. Hydration station. Okay, 4 more of these little pieces. Don't let the dino eggs fly away. Roll away. Bam. So now we dino egg it. $16. We don't put one on the top though. Actually, I will do bottom first. Hey! Thanks, Dust. Gifting the sub to White Tiger. White Tiger, welcome back to the kitchen crew for 3 months in a row. Thanks, friendo. Appreciate you. All y'all. Mish says this about yellow tomatoes. Yellow tomatoes are rather sweet, often taste milder and less acidic than red tomatoes because the different pigments in various colored tomato varieties produce different balances of sugars and acids. See, I told you, they don't taste the same. Kate with the facts, always. So it's this unique combination of sugar and acid levels as well as other compounds that accounts for the yellow tomato's milder taste. Cool. It might have just been a bit underripe, or you might be thinking of green tomatoes, because green tomatoes are definitely not like a red tomato. But that's what it said in the thing though, Dust, is it's just because it's sweet doesn't mean it's less acidic, right? It's just a bit more balanced. Dip it in chocolate? It might taste the same? Wait, what? What are we chocolate dipping? I mean, I'm in, but I think I missed something. Look at my hand's so sweaty, it's sticking to the paper instructions. That's true too. Yeah, good point, Mish. Everyone's palate is also just a little bit different. Some people will taste more sour, some will taste more sweet. Holy, that was 16 dino eggs I just put on there. And then we have this with this underneath. And then we put more dino eggs on. I'm gonna do that when it's on here. And then this is the last 5 of them, it looks like. So then we'll be moving to the next set, which is that maroon plant that we don't know what it is. All of the dino eggs are gone. Look at that. And then this is just gonna sit in this peg right here, I think. Oh, I just gotta turn this a bit, that's why. All about those angles, chat. There we go. That's happy in there. So we can turn around like that a bit. There we are. Oh, that actually looks like the most realistic, maybe? Bam. 8. And then we need 9. So this is what we're building. Maroon Plant. Grab the base. Not many pieces left. We are actually starting. It's an interesting piece. This brown one again. I'm gonna put it on the side there. And then we're gonna fill it in with this. A red piece. And some green pieces. Interesting. Okay, and then we are gonna take this gray piece, so that's gonna clip into the brown one. And then, yeah, I've been eyeing up this one. So look at this black piece is like ridged. Interesting. And then that clips into there. Just like that. So yeah, it can angle. Boom. From here, we're gonna take these and put it on the side. And then I think we're gonna build the outside. Yeah, we build the outside next. Control the main. Where's the last one? There it is. Like, that's all that's left, chat. That's all the pieces. White Tiger, regretting not asking your friend to buy Lego for you when she was in Legoland. You want to build it now. Oh, what set were you thinking of? Or was she just gonna, like, surprise you? Okay, so then we also do the top border. Get those corners on first. This is the planter pot. We are approaching the finish line. One with mini pieces. Yeah, but the flower ones, they are really nice. I am collecting them all. Next, planter pot, and the last one. So that's gonna go to this side. And then we're actually starting with these little wheels here, and this looks important. They have a check mark, yes and no. So, okay, so we want them completely lined up. They say don't have it overlapping. And then we're gonna stick a little peg through there to hold it. So just do it one at a time. Just make sure that the holes line up. There we go. You know what this is? This is a mini ab wheel. Doot, doot. Has anyone ever used one of those in the gym? Lego with Kate. Hi, Gaffle Bitters. How's it going? Is there a Legoland located in the States? Does anyone know? Samo says yes. Please give us info if you can. Sam says maybe 2 or 3 even. From here, we're gonna take these 6 little red pieces and put it in the gaps. the holes in the gears. This could prove a bit of a feat. Very small. There are 3 in North America and 4 in Asia. And then Gaffel, it is hot and sweaty. Yes, it is here too. What do you have for temp? We are at 33 now, it's telling me. With like almost 50% humidity for whatever reason. And there's 4 in EU, so there's a lot of Legolands around then. Yucks. Can you microwave a hot dog or put some waffles in the toaster? I would go for the waffles. Holy. Blood Oak has literally half the temperature of where we're gonna be at today. I'm coming over. Get the couch ready, please. I'm gonna sleep. It's nice and cool there. Holy meesh, 12.7? That like so reminds me of living on the island. Like some days you just roast and other days it's so chilly. Okay, next step. This is so interesting. I'm gonna go with like this green bit onto the peg. Okay, and then another red one inside of there. Boom. And now we line up all 6 of the guns. Take Han Solo's gun right there. And we pop it in. We are building flowers. Hello, sweetheart. I love you. Thanks for the follow. That's a really cute username. Perfect, Blood Oak. That's what I had in mind. Yeah, the polo coach fit for 2 people. Oh yeah, I guess, Mish, it is 11 p.m. But still, like here at 11, I think yesterday it was still like 22. Yeah, so anyone in Europe, are you guys watching Hitch? Because he's biking up to Norway. Like Mish, he's gonna be going through Denmark if you ever feel like hosting a human. Annie? How are you? Uh-oh, just had a major thunderstorm. Is everything okay? How was the week? Yes, it's hot there too. Yeah, we have like same temp. It's actually more humid there where you are. Yucks. White Tiger, you live in Norway? I don't know where they're biking to in Norway. It's Hitch and Sarah. They're a couple. But yeah, they're tandeming all the way. Right on the way to the ferry. You guys should like watch the stream or message them up. Just be like, hey, I'm from Cook with Kate's channel. She said you're biking through Norway. If you need a place to stay, let me know. Like, he'll sleep inside. He will sleep in your backyard. It really doesn't matter, but legendary humans that you guys should try to meet if you have the chance. Annie, lots of rain, but it passed through quickly. Perfect. So it just kind of cooled everything off. Would be so cool, Mish. Endless, the weather info's wrong for Dallas. It's like 40 Celsius, not 40 F. Well, that's being silly. Oh, 40 Celsius, please. Okay, we were at attaching the guns onto this wheel thing. Okay. I think you asked before, but what will we serve from the food truck if we get it? Well, we already have it, so there is no if at all. It is 100% for sure thing that is happening. And it's not going to have a set menu, nor are we going to plan on parking it in a specific location throughout the year. This truck will be designed to use as a mobile stream studio and also to be able to host events for our community members around the world. And like private cooking classes, stuff like that. That's right, Samo. And yeah, we will always have like a freezer stocked for, what is that called? Offshoots? I forget. I know, Annie. I know we have to think of a different pickle. I already have one in mind. I just have to change it tomorrow. Yeah, frozen smoked bacon our own smoked brisket chunks, ribs, soups, bone broths, all things to do. Because then we're also going to make it so that we're able to go to farmers markets and set up a table there and sell things out of the truck. And so far, that's all I got. We will be going back out to the truck next week. We didn't go this week because we weren't going to pay for gas. It would be very expensive. And we're already down on work from the happenings with the vehicle. So everything in due time. You know. Okay, so this is just going to get put to the side for now. This is our last succulent set, by the way. And we are now building, look at this, some flower petals and such. Come a bit closer. Love how these just keep getting like pushed over. Yeah, yay! So boom. This is an interesting piece. I don't know if I've ever seen that. It's like a double, but then it has a thing on top and then it's smooth on the other side. Yeah, for insulating the truck. That's gonna be so cool. We're starting to figure things out. Like, we went and looked at the framing stuff at Lowe's yesterday while we had time. Insulation. Yeah, I think we're gonna do the sheet foam, Annie. It has a higher R rating compared to spray foam, so it's almost like a no-brainer. And way cleaner. I think it's 1 5/8. Look at this. Yeah, I think it's 1 5/8 is what we looked at yesterday. So almost 2 inches, right? Okay, we need a plain double, and then we're gonna put this into this curved piece. And then this is how we're gonna put the flower petals on the sides. Okay. That's an odd measurement, right? I don't know why they did that. Mish, thank you for that. A bull shark even? Annie, R.I.P. You need to go to the hospital? Okay, we made a flower petal. And now, you take this little gear thing that we made, and then this goes on to there. Bam. Flower petal. You're an orca, you feast on them? Okay, we're all right then. I didn't lose a mod today, thank you. So we have to do those 6 times. So first, it's easier, I think, to attach these opposite. Ouch, these are really sharp on the corners. The heck? No pain, no gain. Oh, that's why my thing moved, because I was pushing the table a bit. 5/8 is a very common gas pipe dimension. I don't know why they chose that, though. Odd. Shark Week? Yeah, it is Annie's week. Now we know. Okay, do I have one more? Yeah. Boom, boom. So opposite sides. All right, and now we go with the green dot underneath. Blood oak, right? When I work construction, I refuse to use a tape measure. Straight up. My dad's like, go measure this. I was just like, no, Sam can do it. I was like, he's like, you're eventually gonna have to learn how to use a tape measure. I was like, no, I'm not. Oh, shit. He's just like, whatever. I don't care. Unless it's centimeters, I do not do fraction math. That is where my brain does not compute. So I just did all the other things that no one else wanted to do. It was perfect. Yeah, metric forever. It was like the funniest. You're eventually gonna have to learn. No, I'll be okay. I can be bad like that sometimes. But like, I know when I would just be like wasting my brain power, effort, time. Yeah, a fraction of the thinking. Okay, that was such a good Annie pun. Thank you for that, Blood Oak. In honor of the legend, he's here with us. So what's on the agenda for the rest of the weekend? Are you doing some more kitchen things? I have one more to do. Oh, maybe even two. So this, now we do this. Kitchen, reading a book, that is a summer assignment. Like you assigned to yourself. Do you have someone helping you with the kitchen, Annie? All teachers have to choose one of 3 books to read? I'm sorry, do you get tested on reading a book when you come back to school as a teacher? As if you don't bring your work home enough during the school year. It's part of professional development. Okay, but like fair, yeah. Like I feel like there's better ways to improve your professional development than just like reading a book, but that's okay. I just have questions. It just seems kind of funny. So what book is it then? I have to ask. Oh no, Scratch. You have to do your additional law certificate hour things? Wait, are you becoming a lawyer? I love how the ends of the flower petals have like this pointy thing on them, by the way. It is called Make It Stick, The Science of Successful Learning. Okay, that's actually an interesting book. That's fair. It seemed like the least offensive one. Nice pick. So yeah, even you're a bit sus about it then. It's to keep the paralegal certificate valid. You're contemplating law school for a while, but decided it wasn't for you. Oh, okay. Interesting. All right, so now we can attach all of these. Woohoo! Doesn't really want to go in though. There we go. Just had to angle it a bit different. Here's the first one. Culturally responsive teaching and the brain promoting authentic engagement and rigor among culturally and linguistically diverse students. What? The identity-conscious educator, building habits and skills for a more inclusive school. Yeah, I don't think you gotta worry about that one. Sounds like you did make the right pick, Annie. Hopefully it's not too rough. Check it out. And Xylox first, thanks for that follow, friend. Welcome. How are you today? Boom! So shiny? Yeah, no and a no. So now, okay, what? We get to attach it. So the mount in here is actually angled. So just be aware of that. But you can switch it to straight to put it in there. Okay, so now you can kind of put it back to the angle. And if I put it down, you can kind of see how it sits there facing up. Alti, thank you for the water. I will have a sip. Look at, I've already crushed like over half that bottle we just filled. Yeah, it's angled so you can see the neat petals, right? I need that, yes. You're doing really good, Xylox. I am also doing good. I love building Legos, hanging out on stream. It's a really nice day out. And yeah, then the rest of the weekend we get to cook together. Yeah, it's a long process. This is also the last one, Alti, so we are almost there. Flip the page, what's left? Just put that down there for now. This is all the pieces we have left. Whoa. Woohoo! So we need this thing and this. Put there. Okay, so we're putting all of these straight angled. All these little clips. So there will be more petals coming, I think, to attach on. Just like that. You're also like building Legos? What sets do you like? And then, oh, okay, so from here, we take this brown piece and kind of just stick it all together. Structure. And then we are gonna make 4 petals. So we're gonna take this thing, and then that goes facing the outside. Yeah, it spins. Whee! Woohoo! There. Come back to that. Attach. Either or, really. You can say some sets that you have, some sets that you are looking forward to me rebuilding. Anything goes. Straighten this out a bit more. There we go. Okay, so then this, so these get angled up now. And then we stick it in the center there. Wow, cool. We are going to take this green thing, put a little hat on it. Make sure it's straight. We're gonna take a green peg, put that in the bottom. Might be a bit difficult just to line it up. Okay. Hello? Got it. Got it. This is called Knights of the Succulents. So this just goes right in there. What was this piece for? Did I miss some pieces? Oh no, we put it on after we attach it. Okay. That goes in there. Cool. And then just before we finish and talk about this succulent, I just have these two little pieces left. Those are extra. So I always put a little bit of extra pieces that are really small, just in case you lose them by accident. And so on the side, how does this go on? Oh, sorry, pushed two pieces away that I needed. These two. I was like, there's nothing to attach it. What you have two of the city sets, New York and London, cool. The Empire State Building, the Adidas shoe, and the Titanic, nice one. Have you built the Titanic then? Or is it still in the box? Sets you're looking forward to, all three of the stadiums. So the soccer stadiums, chat, the Lambo. So the Cian then, my husband has that set, and the Statue of Liberty, nice. Just with all of like the New York theme. Are you from New York? This is it. Okay, that's like the best view, I think, right there. That's the maroon one. So Knights of the Succulents. The ruby red Echeveria has small pyramid elements at the tips of its leaves that first appeared as detail elements in the Lego Nexo Knights sets. This is called a Red Echeveria. Red is the color of love. Next Valentine's Day, skip the roses and give a Lego Red Echeveria instead. What? They're like trying to market. Yo, whoa, there was more things that we had to do still. Okay, two more. They're catfishing us right now a bit. They're like, you thought you were done? Think again. Two more little petal pieces. Nice. I was gonna say, I still see a little bit of green underneath. I feel like we need to fill that in. You have the Millennium Falcon, LT? Or should you say you had one? You don't know if they still have it? Where would they put it? Yeah, you should build it. Dust has one. Dust built the Falcon. We did have one, but just to sell. It's now at a happy home somewhere in the world. Okay, that definitely set it up. Yeah, because now you can't see any of that weird green hue underneath. Okay, that was the last three that we just built. So boom. Just to go with the instructions. This. And this. Shoot. Success. Looks nice, eh? Oh, that's so cute. Okay, so this one, I'm just reading through the instructions, chat. Look at how cool this is. I knew there was like a specific design. So this succulent, I was like, that's kind of weird. We like built it up and there's like nothing underneath the box. Like that just kind of sits in there. It's so that you can put the attachment pieces if you want to put all the planters together. So we need like at least 9, right? And you store them there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then it just lives under there. What? And that's it. Well, yeah, you can put them all together like that. Switch it up. Like, look at how many different ways that you can build it. Yeah, we can grow more Lego in there. Or this one. So cool. That's the last page. Nice. We got another Canadian. Xylox, just a little info. I'm from Canada. And then we have some fellow Danes in our community. And then we always have found these differences between Denmark and Canada, so we call it Danada. So welcome, Danadian. But yeah, you love the builds that are about New York. That's really cool. I'm happy you found us. Okay, so let's bring them all into the frame. Nine little pieces. Oh, I'm like building it out of frame. And yeah, obviously some of the succulents can't really go beside each other depending on like where the petals and stuff is, but just play around, have fun with it, see what fits where. Oh, I have to remember moving that one now. You can't just pick it up like the others. Pro. That's it. We did it. Can you still get the Lego Orchid, Joes? Samo says yeah. Samo says yeah. So, that was it, chat. Botanical Collection. Lovely set. 3 hours for 771 pieces? Oh no, what happened? Were we gonna get famous? What happened? No fame for any of us. Cookie. Just making it hard, hey? Okay. So here is, if you want to see the link to this set for the future, or pick it up for yourself or someone else that you care about, exclamation mark Lego in chat. Annie, I'm already famous? Oh man. It's like, that feels so weird as a streamer for people to think that of me. Is we were watching, I don't know if anyone ever watches a travel streamer, Jay Streezy, but I met him at TwitchCon in 2019. Also legendary human. He just arrived into Italy last night, and like, obviously with time zone, we got off work at like 2 a.m. last night, so he was just starting out in the morning in Italy. Oh man, he had someone stream snipe him. Dude from Turkey on his honeymoon in, he was in Milan. And he's like, yeah, you're famous, Jay. And Jay's like, what? I never think of myself like that. It's like, you never think of like how nervous a viewer might be coming up to introduce themselves to you. It's like, that's really cute. Because you shouldn't be. Okay, I'm looking for someone to go raid. What a successful stream. We'll be back tomorrow, 11 a.m. Pacific as always. Waybread's title. Does it storm every day now? Probably. We might go see Waybread. You're gonna head to the store? I hope you find all the things you're looking for, Scratch. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Yeah, let's go see Waybread. That's who I'm feeling like going to see. Chill cooking. I don't know what he's making, so let's go find out. Bring my keyboard over. What a fun stream, hey guys? Okay, can I do this now actually? Switch this up. Whoa, big Kate face. Hello. Thanks everyone for hanging out too. Annie. Okay, let me set this up. I'm glad we did this bonus stream. Thanks to all the folks that stopped by. You're watching a chess streamer who decided to make cinnamon buns. She said I should change my stream category from food and drink to just chatting because no one uses that category anyways. Died. I died. As a partnered streamer who streams in that section all the time. Okay, so back tomorrow. cooking up some s'mores cookie bars and also prepping the lamb shank to sous vide for 48 hours till Sunday. But yeah, other than that, all of the recipes are in Discord for the weekend already. If you want to cook along, go get the ingredients. We'll be back 11 a.m. Pacific. Going to pick up the car today. Very exciting. We have it back. And yeah, I think that's all we got. Okay, guys, let's go see Waybread. Have a great rest of your day. Hopefully we inspired you with some Lego fun. We do love lamb. That's Sunday, Annie. Okay. Bye, friends. Thank you so much for everything today. Love y'all. Stay safe. Until next time. Sam will say bye.
Bye.
Bye.